Hello everyone and welcome back. Here comes episode 2 of the Ultimate Budget Buggy Build. This will be volume 3 of the channel. I left off super stoked with this thing so far. I'm just excited to see it all get to put together, and I'm pretty damn sure I got a lot of motivation. I got time on my hands right now. I'm thinking this is going to be a 2-episode build volume. There'll probably be a 3rd episode of some running that I'll put in later down the road with my brother or something. But to start out off camera, what I did here was the magnet that I tried to glue on just wasn't working. So I 3D printed a little part down in there. I don't know if you could see it. And I used the little brass threaded inserts kit that I got with the soldering iron and put it in the bottom through a little hole. For 3mm, you make the hole that you're going to put the little brass insert in 4.6mm, because the outside diameter is 4.5 and you do like 0.1 over. And it just melts down in within a second at 250 degrees Celsius. And yeah, that's what I did here. I just kind of took measurements of that little square piece, ran up a little hardware into the bottom, and just, you know, have a little cotter pin hole going that way. I think that's a clean look. That was a solution there. I thought the magnet was going to glue on. I don't know if this has like a super thick waxy layer on it or whatever's going on, but that's what I did off camera this morning. And from here, I'm just going to start getting this thing put together. I don't know what I'm working on next, but I will clip to the next scene and you will see it. Just a quick clip to the next scene. Seconds later, I got this front axle out. I think I'm going to work on this first. So, like I said, these were a Father's Day special. They were pretty damn cheap for aluminum axle housings, 1/10 scale, front and rear, $57 on sale. I'm sure you can get something on AliExpress a little cheaper. This is what I wanted to go with because I kind of trust Injora. So, yeah, I'm going to get this thing apart, grease it up, get the, feels smooth, feels really smooth actually. Little, oh, it's a little notchy. Oh, maybe that was because the CVs were turned. No? Yeah, the CVs, when they turn, it gets a little notchy. I'm just going to put some grease in there, make sure everything's okay, get the servo mounted. And I don't know if this is upside down from them, but maybe this has to be reversed, and you put the tie rod on the bottom, and you put the... There's some play in that too. You know what? I gotta play around with this and see. Is this upside down? I think it is. And that's fine. I'll get with it. It was a really good deal. So, and then this looks like it goes like that. Sure. That's definitely how it goes. Yeah, let me get some stuff apart. It came with all the hardware. Came with a little servo horn. I'm gonna use that servo horn. To me, a horn's a horn. I don't know why some guys got to go with this bougie stuff, but anyway, let me see where I get. Okay, this is where I'm at. I blue Loctited everything that would need blue Loctite. I did not blue Loctite the horn. I did not tighten down the horn. I barely just have it there for mock-up. I will disconnect that horn when I get power to it, but I just wanted it connected for now. I ended up using the horn that came with the servo. This is that Amazon servo that, you know, is a lot of bang for your buck. It's a 35 kilogram, true 35 kilogram, and it's cheap. So, greased up, blue Loctite in all the places that you would want it, right? Blue Loctite here, blue Loctite there, blue Loctite on the mounting screws for the servo, blue Loctite there for the servo mount, etc., etc. Front axle's good to go. I'm going to start working on the rear axle, getting that all buttoned up, which should go a lot quicker. There's no steering on the rear, so it's just take it apart, grease it up, blue Loctite on the little nuts for the cap, the gear cover, and then after that I'll probably start working on some links. So the build's coming along great. I didn't really plan for it. I bought these axles before I bought the Injora thing. Kind of planned, not really, but the red theme is going along here real nice. And you know what? Even the mountain shocks from Injora, there's a little bit of red anodization there too, so this thing's gonna look bitchin' when it's all said and done without even trying, and it's gonna be cheap. So yeah, looking forward to doing a bench test today. That's what this video is gonna be. I don't know how long this video is gonna be. I'm trying to keep my talking down nice and quick and just clip to section, so I'm aiming for under an hour. Yeah, you know, I mean, I can sometimes talk a little bit too much, so that's where we're at, and I'll probably clip to when the rear axle's done, and then I'll start working on some RC Lion links, and get this thing in octopus mode. Alright guys, I'm on the next clip right now. A lot has been completed since I started the camera because the camera was dying, so I put it on the charger. But basically what I got done is shocks are in the full droop. You can put those mountain shocks in a full droop fashion where it will suck the truck down to the rocks. Links are on, axles are on, everything has Loctite that needs Loctite, servo is mounted, drive shafts are on, no clearance issues whatsoever. It's perfect. Wheelbase wise, let me see guys, what are we talking about here? Wheelbase. Sorry, I had to run and go get the tape measure. We are at roughly 13 inches, which is definitely longer than your 313 millimeter wheelbase. 13 inches, I don't have this off the top of my head, 13 inches to millimeters. We are at a 330 millimeter wheelbase. Perfect. Long, and it's gonna compete, it's gonna do good. My next stages here is I'm gonna get the shocks mounted. I'm gonna get that battery that's charged in the battery strap, maybe put some Velcro on it too so it's nice and secure. And then I need to situate the receiver and the ESC, and then check rotation of the motor, and I might have to reverse those wires. I did get those wires just pulled apart. They just pull apart. I didn't know that. I think they're called bullet connectors. That was what I was reading online. So basically where we're at, we're really damn close. I just need to finalize the locations of the electronics. I need to get the shocks mounted. I need to get a battery in it. And then I'm going to put together the wheels and tires and put it all together and set the endpoints on the radio. Make sure it's working, do a little bench test, and this will be a complete build. Absolutely love the build. Love how smooth it went. I really didn't expect it to go this well with this cheap of stuff. The axles were fine. The drive shafts that I got are the same drive shafts I run on everything else. The RC Lions links, you know, they didn't have any special bent ends. They just dealt with this just straight. Every link has that exact same link end. So it didn't have anything special like that. But it has no binding. It got the job done. So I can't complain. Can't wait to get this thing together, guys. It's really going to look sweet. Yeah. I don't know what we're going to name this. I'll tell you what, though. Growing up in the 90s as a kid, you already probably can guess what me and my brother's favorite cartoon show or TV show of all time. Actually, it wasn't a cartoon. It was real life people. Does anybody remember the original Power Rangers? Yeah, I do. I was the Green Ranger. I was a White Ranger, right? My brother was always the Red Ranger. So, we'll see. Will he name it the Red Ranger out the gate and I won't even talk to him about it? Maybe. Maybe. I don't know what he's going to call it. He might call it Red Rocket. Who knows? But let me get to the next stage. I got some tinkering around to do, and when you see this next, it's probably going to have all the electronics finalized, and I'll probably be able to determine motor rotation, and then the last stage will be putting some wheels and tires together. So let's get it on with it. More progress has been made. Shocks are on. A battery is in it. It was a little bit of a fight to do the battery, I'm not going to lie. Just because it's an awkward angle getting your fingers in there. But I got it strapped in. And the plug's kind of right there. Over there. I just got to find a place for that ESC. And then, I got to open up this Hobby Fans. And I got to see what's going on in here. And how big is that receiver. I'm hoping it's not big at all, and I'm hoping it's kind of small, because that's the one thing I'll say with this experience so far. I love this thing, like truly, it's really, really cool. But there's a but. Oh, you know what? That little receiver's tiny. It's not big at all. Perfect. The one thing that I will say that is difficult working with a caged kind of truck is getting your fingers inside to maneuver things and situate things. Once the truck's built, it's going to be great. So I have really enjoyed this build. Does this take batteries? It fucking takes batteries. That looks like 4 doubles. Or triples. I don't know. I gotta read the little owner's manual. This Hobby Fans is nice. It looks like just a regular old RTR that would come with any RTR kind of truck. So it does not come with batteries. That's fine. I'll figure it out. Okay. You gotta potentially bind it. That's fine. Double A's. It's double A's. Knowing my wonderful wife, I'm sure she's got batteries in the house because she's prepared. I'm just the idiot in the house. I don't do nothing. She's cooking right now. She goes grocery shopping. I got the best wife in the world, guys. Her name's Pam. You all got to get yourself a Pam out there. I'm going to tell you that right now. If you haven't experienced yourself a Class A Pam, you're missing out. And that's what I got to say about that. She's a frickin' good wife. Let me get to the next stage. Like I said, shocks, full droop. I like the stance. The fronts are all the way back. The rears are right in the middle. With the wheelbase option that we got, that was about perfect. It's feeling a little meaty too. It's okay. Here's what we're working at. I'm thinking this double-sided tape right on the back side of one of the door panels like that. Actually, that fits perfect right there. Double-sided tape, and then you just plug in all of that. And unfortunately, I think I got to run the ESC back here because I don't really have any room for it anywhere else. That's fine. It'll be cool. Look at this. This little Hobby Fans thing came with like a little lanyard for this. So I'm assuming you would hang this around your neck and then it's like your remote's with you and hanging. I don't know. It comes with it. So this thing's frickin' stanced out, dude. It's not going to be super wide. Actually, I don't know how wide. You know what? We're just going to see. It's going to be long, though. This is 330 millimeter wheelbase. That's pretty slick. So I'm really close, guys. Got to finalize electronics. And before I do wheels and tires, I'm definitely going to do motor rotation, see if I got it right, and then push in those wires the whole way. And get the servo centered and get that horn finalized with some blue Loctite and in the right position and adjust it and all that good stuff. So a little bit more to do. I'll probably turn it back on when I get to motor rotation. Okay? All right, we're at the next stages, guys. What I'm about to do is get some crap out of the way. I got the steering servo disconnected, and I got all the wires pretty much routed how I want. Man, I'm just trashing the tripod and the camera right now. I'm just kind of being a klutz. So pretty much the stage that we're at is I'm about to power it up and check out the motor direction, get the throttle trim and all that stuff figured out, and the steering trim, and that way I could put the horn on with the power on. And I might have to reverse the wires for the motor if it's not going the right direction. So let's see if we get the smoke. I'm about to flip on the transmitter. We got a blue light. Okay. I might have to bind this. I don't know. Let me... Oh, I got lights. I got lights. Nope. The throttle's... It's reversing. So, let me turn this off. And let me put these the other way. Which would be black to red and red to black. Hopefully that's probably a good enough connection for a test. Let's see. No fire. My channel 3's not working really. I don't know. I'm not able to turn off that light. I'm pretty sure I put it in channel 3. Now we're going forward. Okay. You know what? We have power. It's working. I'm happy with that. What I need to do with power on, man, I don't know, why can't I turn off this light? That's a little disappointing with the light. I mean, it's working, but it's in. It's in channel 3. I don't know if I needed a light controller or... Yeah, I don't know why I can't turn off the light, so maybe this is just gonna be a rig that runs with the light on unless I figure it out. You know, that light didn't have it didn't have a signal wire. It had ground, it had power, it had the hot wire. Didn't have a white wire, it didn't have signal, so maybe that light's capabilities is just to be powered on when it gets power. Maybe it doesn't have the capabilities of getting a signal. I don't know. I'm not worried about it. If it runs with the light on, who cares? I don't know if that's really going to affect battery life. Who cares? But this thing's coming along sweet, guys. I freaking love it. You know, the wires are as clean as I can get it in there. I'm not really worried about it. This thing just needs to be fun and crawl and have a good old time. So I'm going to stop the camera. I'm going to get the horn situated on the servo with the power on real quick. And tidy up some rear wires just a little bit better. And from there, I'm pretty dang sure I could start working on wheels and tires. So this is exciting for me, man. This build went really fast, really smooth, and it's cheap. Also, for the shocks, you know how it says mountain on it? I wasn't really feeling that. I didn't really want it to face out and say mountain. I just pointed that inward. There's a solution. So all you see is some black and red shocks. You don't see mountain on it. You know how injora is. They'll just mountain. Okay. You know? Anyway, I'm super stoked with this. Love the build. It's weighty. We'll see where we're at when we're done with it. I think I was saying 5 pounds, under 5 pounds, maybe 5.5. I think it's going to weigh a little bit more than that. I don't know how much more. It's not going to be way up there in the 7s. I think it's going to be more than 5.5 though. So let me pause this and get a little bit more progress off camera. And yeah, I'm going to start working on those wheels and tires. Full disclosure, guys. You know, this is the ultimate budget build, but because I have a 3D printer and I do some things at home, I am getting rid of some of the things that I bought that won't be going on this rig. One of them being, you know, I have a collection of stock foams so far, and I'm not even like a real RC guy. You know, there's real RC guys out there. I'm not running foams in tires because I don't need that stuff to rot away and then I gotta go back and change stuff. So I just took them out of the inventory on my Etsy. These are for sale on my Etsy. They're Soraya Tech 85A shore rating TPU, very soft. They're in big blue. This is going to be the second rig with them. So I will be getting rid of the stock foams in the Injora Klingons because this is what's going in this truck right here. Is 4.75 Injora Klingons S5 compound. $26, man. You get a set of 4 tires. Another thing, leftover from Big Blue, Trio weights. Much heavier. I don't think they're brass. I think they're just something heavy. Much heavier than what's on these wheels. So 2 of the wheels that are going to go in the front are going to get those rings. I don't count that as cost. I count that as parts bin stuff that's laying around my quote-unquote parts bin. To be clear, oh yeah, servo horns on. I don't think I have it down all the way. I don't know what that's all about. If you look. I don't know, maybe it is. It's good enough. It's tight. I didn't want to break anything. It's all Loctited. Loctite on all the hardware. It's blue Loctite. It's what I do so things don't come loose. I've had things come loose on me before in the past. And I'm just trying to avoid that. So I was just cleaning up my desk a little bit. sorry, I'm getting thirsty. Clean up my desk a little bit of all the riffraff stuff out here. Got a lot of stuff laying around from the build. The build went really, really smooth. The build went really, really well. The fact that this thing in 2 episodes got built, didn't have to paint a body. I didn't have to trim a body. I didn't have to do body mounts. If you're just trying to get a cool trail truck for cheap, I'll say it again. This Injora kit, some Injora cheap axles. We'll see how long they last. I don't know the longevity of it. Worst case scenario, the axles blow out. I either can get replacement parts, or I'll just upgrade the axles someday. Who knows? Everything here is very much so a bargain, and I'm excited about it. So again, just clean it. Oh God, I just dropped an X-Acto knife on my foot. That kind of hurt. Just clean it up, and just trying to be organized. Let's get these tires open. Let's open these up. Brand spanking new Injoras. Oh, the smell test. They're stinky. They're really stinky. I'm gonna check too real quick here. Are they directional? I don't know. I don't know if they're directional or not. That's going that way. That's going that way, and then... Are these not directional? That would be really cool if they're not. And then tire foam wise, what are we looking at here? Are these gonna even fit in there? I sure hope they do. Whoa, they're narrow. Oh, these might really push the tire out. I don't know if these are gonna fit or not. Because if you look at one of the J Concepts foams, holy shit, that's a huge difference. So you know what? We're gonna figure this out right now. These inserts are a little bit of a trick to get in, and there's a way to maneuver them. I don't know if this is gonna work. Well, that would just suck. That would really suck. I'm gonna crumple this thing in there. I could shove it in there. Shove it in there. See, I don't know if the insert's gonna be collapsed the whole time, or how that's gonna work. But yeah, it's a little collapse there, big time. Oh no. These may not work with my inserts. Well, that's good to know. Yeah, I mean, I specifically designed those inserts for the J Concepts Tuss or any similarly sized tire, and I just assumed 4.75 inch tire can fit. No, it's not gonna work. It's just crumbling on the inside. Okay, well, you know what? I'm okay with plans changing. Now I'm going to put this back in my inventory on Etsy, which I'll do right now, and I'll just talk to you guys. So basically, it looks like with this, if you are doing the ultimate buggy budget build, you are going to be running the stock foams unless you got an insert that fits these Klingons. I had no idea these Klingons were that. I don't know if they're true. I don't know if they're a true 4.75 inch or not. But that's disappointing. Dang it, guys. Well, let me add these back on my Etsy. Let me edit this real quick. These inserts are awesome. If you're running J Concepts tires, pick yourself up some of those inserts. Because they really, really are good. I didn't know that they didn't fit other tires. And again, I'm okay with that. That happens. Sometimes plans don't go according to plan. Huh. Well, that's not a big deal. I'm still gonna do that, which is actually, you know what? Let's just confirm. Is that something we're doing too? Are we running those trio weights or not? Let's check. What am I doing? You have power. You have power. I think what I really like about these rims is they kind of came pre-assembled a little. I didn't like how they packed them. Let's see here. Is this... Oh no, another plan that is ruined because Trial does Trial things. That ain't gonna work. Okay, well... I'm bummed about that too. Dang it. Dang it, man. Alright, well, I'm going to get these wheels and tires together. I guess I can keep you on, instructions. I'm sure everybody who might be watching, you all know how to put this stuff together. You go like that, you put your ring in. Okay, there's a biggest assembly step missing because these were already pre-assembled. But you would put your hub section on. Now you'll drop that in there like that. Okay. Crawler Canyon uses what he calls bubble juice. I don't use bubble juice. I kind of just flex the tire around like that. And then I go like this and line up the holes like so. And these are definitely a little tight. Wow, maybe I do need bubble juice, Mr. Canyon. Oh shit, this is fighting me. Normally it goes really easily. The J Concepts are easy tires. Easy tires to mount. Probably you'll never find a tire easier, I bet. But now it's pretty much there. And then once you get that into that position, okay, you pretty much get your hardware. And start one. Okay, I started one. And then I go to the opposite side. Start another. And I don't zip them down all the way. I just kind of start them and then I kind of crisscross pattern like you're doing a car. Putting that together. So there you go. Well, we're running stock foams. This really is going to be the ultimate budget buggy build because we didn't put any of the good add-ons that we wanted. The Trial wheel weights just didn't work. They're not gonna work. They're not the right size. Let me turn this down too. I'm gonna blow that out. It's on. Okay. Okay. Trust me, nothing's stripped out. There you go. Well, that's a pretty rim. That's a pretty rim for 25 bucks. Yeah. So let me do 3 more of them, get them mounted up. Glad you got to see how things don't always work according to plan. And we are going to have a running truck that I'm going to test on this bench. Go up that wall a little bit, go down that wall a little bit, and just make sure that the end points are set. And bada bing, bada boom, we got ourselves a running vehicle. Guys, I am so excited for this build. I didn't think it was going to come out this good. I had no idea coming into it, buying super bargain stuff, what we were going to come up with. But I love it. Dude, the stance. It's kind of narrow, and it's really long. I think that this is going to definitely perform on the rocks. And we're going to turn it on right now. Okay, we're on there. We're on there. I got the tires rubbing a little bit on the inner shock. That's as slow as it'll go. It's definitely a brush system. It's got a lot of punch. I don't know if I can turn that down with the throttle. Anyway, let's see. Will it go up this wall? Oh, hell yeah, it will. Oh, wow. Yeah, it'll go up that wall. It'll take a million Austin power turns on the bench to get it turned around. I don't even think I could turn it around. I gotta do that. What are we doing in reverse? The steering, I need to correct the steering just a little bit that way. There we go. Perfect. Oh yeah. Woo! It's punchy. I don't know what the speed is on this. Yeah. There you have it, guys. Definitely brushed. Feels just way different. Oh, there's one more thing I gotta do. The battery strap for the battery is like not really keeping it perfectly there, so I am gonna add a little bit of Velcro on the back of the battery, a little bit of Velcro on the tray, and the frickin' build is complete. It's 100%. It runs perfect. It's here. Yeah, I'm digging it. I am frickin' digging it. I think to finish off the video, you guys probably can guess what I'm gonna do. Well, for one, while on it where it's sitting, let's go hub to hub. You know what? We're at like 13 and like an eighth. So I'm just going to call it 330 millimeter wheelbase. And then as for the track width, narrow, 9 inches. 9 inches. So if you want it a little bit wider, you can always get like some hub extensions. Personally, I like it just the way it is. Yeah, I'm absolutely digging it. I'm sure that LED's blown out my camera. Look at how good it looks. Full droop too. It does the thing when it's articulating. I'm sure it will go pretty well. What are we looking at here? Not bad. It's not bad. It's probably a tire's worth. Here, we'll see how many foams are we talking about here. Tire foam wise, about 2 J Concepts tire foams in articulation in the front, and then in the rear, it's probably going to be about the same. Probably about the same. Maybe a little more. Maybe a hair more in the rear. Probably because of shock angle. There you guys have it. Oh, I don't know if I said what I'm going to do to end this video. Yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the ultimate budget buggy build. The triple B. And hopefully you guys are inspired to build yourself a little cheap buggy. You know, even if you got some super expensive builds, do you have a cheap build? Is there something cheap that you have built? If not, go for it. Do it. Try it. I bet this thing's going to do really well without overdrive and without anything. Again, probably I'm kind of going off topic. How I'm going to end the video is I'm going to whip out these scales. And I think I'm just going to do it on camera, show you my little process of how I do it. Right? I'll place the truck like this. All right. I think I'm going to turn it off. I'm turning off the truck. Okay. Again, last thing I need to do is some Velcro on the battery. I'm not even going to show that. It's what I'm going to do. I have to do it. I got some Velcro laying around. So what I'm going to do is I lay out my little box, my Sky RC weights. I got to turn on my phone on Bluetooth. Okay. Turn on Bluetooth. Come on, phone. Bluetooth. Okay. Then I go to the RC Gears Sky RC app. Okay. And I place out, this is right front, boom, left front, turn it on, trying to keep it even. I go from this angle, I go to the center of the hub to try and line it up like that, and then I go like this and I go, oh, okay, I need to move it just a little bit wide, like that, right? Place it back where it was. I line up like that and like that, and then I line up like this, and once you connect your corner weight system, it does this. If you guys haven't done it, okay. Ooh, I'm at 5%. I'm almost out. Done. I tear it. Place this down right over here. I grab the truck and I set it directly down on the scales. And then you get your stuff. And we are at definitely not perfect. 54.46. Left front is 644, and the right almost has 100 grams on it. I don't know how that's possible unless did that battery shift on me? It kind of did. I mean, that only took a couple grams away. 637 in the left rear, and then 535 in the right rear. So what we have is the cross weights are way off. You're at 1374 right front to left rear, and then left front to right rear, you're at 1181. So, am I mad about it? Not at all. This was a great build. It was cheap. It was fun to build. It was simple. It was user-friendly. If I were a new person into this hobby looking to build something from scratch, watch this video, buy all these parts, and there you go. This is the way to do it. This is the way to get into the building hobby of the crawler scene. So, yep, there she is. You know the weights now. You're at a grand total of 2,555 grams. So, 2,555 grams to pounds. And you are at a 5.633 pound truck. I was thinking it was going to be around the 5.5 pound mark. That's pretty much what it is. Perfect. This is a nice lighter weight rig. And you know, I have preached, oh, it's got to be 60-40, man. You know what? 60-40, you might be ascending really, really well, but your descent will suffer. So potentially having a more stable vehicle at 54, I think it was 54.46. So 54% up front, 46% in the back, and a long wheelbase. Don't be surprised if this thing can slay lines too, bruh. So, that's the wrap on this video. I hope how you guys, you know, any of you that been watching, I hope you really enjoyed it. I hope you've followed along and enjoyed the process of putting this thing together. I know I have. I wish I could build another one. I just can't right now. So, there it is. Check it out. Damn, it's a good looking, that's a good looking buggy. And this ultimate budget buggy build kind of inspired me to do a not so budget buggy build that will be to come. This will be Volume 4 build series coming up soon. So like and subscribe. Be on the lookout. If you like what you're seeing, there's more to come. And what's to come is going to be pretty damn custom. I would say this is custom too. I'm sure somebody has an Injora buggy out there very similar to this, but it's not going to be exactly this. And how it's set up. So this is a unique rig. I'm digging those wheels, man. $25 Amazon. Very lightweight wheels. Yeah. Very lightweight. I'm a little bummed that I couldn't use those rings just laying around that I have for Trio, because in Big Blue I put some OGRC brass rings in the front, and I didn't use those rings anymore. I had to make this little 3D printed part to make it work, blah 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 blah. So that, you know, it kind of bugs me when parts are just sitting around. I wish I could just use what I have sitting around, but it doesn't always work out that way. So anyway, I do hope my brother really enjoys this truck. I think he will. I know he's going to be stoked with it. And there's just more people in my family and my little crew that has some crawlers, and we'll be able to have a little bit of fun whenever. Man, that thing looks good. That thing, I don't think the camera's doing it justice. It looks stout. It looks really good. I wish my wifey was down here and she could see it, and I wish I can get her opinion on camera. But I think she's busy right now. But anyway, catch you guys next time. Stay tuned for more content, and I'm gonna get this thing uploaded and scheduled for this Sunday coming up. And I know this was a quick build series. It was more my impatience because I just wanted to get it together, which sucks because now it's already done. There's nothing else to open. There's nothing else to figure out and build. It kind of bums me out. So I gotta figure out how to make more money. I gotta start working a side hustle or something. That way I could just keep making content. So anyway, have a wonderful day, have a wonderful night, have a wonderful morning whenever you're looking at this. Catch you in the next one. Peace out, y'all.